Welcome to Hawaii. G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. As you may have guessed from the title of this video, today I'm going to be sharing my favourite places that I visited during my time in Hawaii a few months ago. Back in December 2023, Norwegian Cruises reached out to me with an incredible opportunity to fly from Sydney to Honolulu and promote their Pride of America cruise. Hawaii is located a 10-hour flight away from Sydney and a 5-hour flight from Los Angeles and extends over a vast area of the North Pacific Ocean. After staying one night in Honolulu, I boarded the Pride of America ship and spent 1 week venturing through the different islands of Maui, Hawaii, Kauai, and Oahu, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. Home to spectacular beaches, lush valleys, amazing surfing culture, and endless outdoor experiences, Hawaii remains one of my favourite travel destinations. Due to its exotic sights and exceptionally beautiful setting, there have been over 100 movies filmed in Hawaii over the last century. You can discover most of these breathtaking locations at Kualoa Ranch in Oahu. Kualoa Ranch is located 32 kilometers north of Honolulu and is one of the main tourist attractions on the island of Oahu. This incredible private nature reserve has been the scene for a multitude of Hollywood movies and TV shows, including Jumanji, Lost, Hawaii Five-0, and of course Jurassic Park. There are a bunch of different tours that you can book here, including a zipline and ocean voyage, but as I'm a huge movie buff, I decided to go with the Jurassic Valley Adventure Tour. Before I left Australia, I decided to print out some photos from the original Jurassic Park movie and brought these on the tour with me, and it was so surreal to be standing in the exact locations of these famous scenes. Hawaii is home to some pretty incredible hiking trails, and one of my favourites here was the Diamond Head hike in Oahu. Diamond Head is located just 10 kilometers southeast from Honolulu, and this massive crater was formed 300,000 years ago during a single explosive eruption. Known as Hawaii's most recognised landmark, the Diamond Head State Monument features a historic hiking trail, stunning coastal views, and military history. The hike to the summit of Diamond Head is about 4 kilometers return and is steep and strenuous in some sections, so just take your time and watch your footing as there's some loose rocks up there. At the summit, you'll see some bunkers and a huge navigational lighthouse built in 1917, and during winter you may spot some humpback whales up here. Another spectacular hike to check out in Oahu is the track to the summit of Koko Head Crater. Koko Head Crater is located 19 kilometers east from Honolulu and is one of the most famous hiking trails in the whole of Hawaii. This majestic trail consists of 1,048 steep stairs which will test your endurance, but if you can make it to the top, you'll be rewarded with some of the best views of the island. Historically, Koko Head was used as a strategic lookout point during World War II, and it was armed with artillery outposts and pillboxes. Its historic railway track, known as the Koko Crater Tramway, was initially built to transport supplies to the military lookout at the summit, and today the remnants of these tracks serve as a stairway for hikers. From the bottom of the stairs, it took me only 1 hour to make it to the summit of Koko Head, and I got there just in time to watch the sunset, and the views of a Hawaii Kai and the Pacific Ocean were insane. Another attraction you need to add to your list during your visit to Oahu is the Pearl Harbor Historic Site. On December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor was the home to one of the most devastating military attacks in US history. Known throughout the world as a date which will live in infamy, it was here that a surprise air attack by the Japanese plunged the United States into World War II, claiming thousands of lives. Pearl Harbor is located just 12 kilometers northwest from the city of Honolulu and is the largest harbour in Hawaii. The visitor centre is home to 2 world-class museums where you can watch a film about the attack and view plaques honouring the lives lost on that fateful day. Another point of interest at Pearl Harbor is the USS Arizona, which was the scene of the most catastrophic explosion of the attack in 1941 with almost 1,200 casualties. I felt a little emotional walking on the memorial and learning about the bombing, and you could still see oil leaking out of the ship on the water's surface. Located just off the coast of Maui, the Molokini Crater was one of my favourite spots in Hawaii. The Molokini Crater is one of Maui's most incredible snorkeling destinations and is a unique crescent-shaped crater located in the Pacific Ocean. This geological wonder is home to a diverse ecosystem featuring over 250 species of fish, 38 varieties of hard corals, and a federally protected seabird sanctuary. As this is a protected marine conservation area, the waters here are crystal clear, and I think the visibility was about 45 meters, so I could see so much coral down there. After enjoying a nice lunch, we headed to our second snorkeling location, which was Turtle Town, and this is famous for its underwater lava formations and green sea turtles. At this location, I think I spotted about 6 different turtles, as well as a variety of colourful tropical fish and other unique marine animals. So on my last day in Maui, I decided to book a tour on one of the best drives in the world, the famous Road to Hana. The Road to Hana stretches 84 kilometers from Kahului to the small town of Hana in the tropical mountains of Maui. Because the Road to Hana has over 600 hairpin turns and over 50 bridges, it can take up to 3 hours to complete the drive with no stops. First, we visited this church on the peninsula, which was built in 1856 and is the sole surviving building of a killer tsunami which wiped out an entire village here. The next place we stopped at was called Pu'aka'a Falls, which is a popular swimming spot just a short walk from the highway, and this was a great place to stretch the legs after all that driving. Finally, we made it to the historic surfing town of Hana, which is believed to have been first settled between 500 and 800 AD by Polynesian people. Our final spot for the tour was the famous Black Sand Beach, which is located on the east coast of Maui and requires an entry permit to enter. From the car park, it takes just 10 minutes to walk down to the beach, and our tour guide reminded us not to take anything from the beach as it's disrespectful and can lead to bad luck. This was one of my favourite days of my Hawaii trip, and you should definitely add the Road to Hana to your itinerary. During my time in Hawaii, I stood on what is technically the tallest mountain in the world, Mauna Kea. Rising 4,207 meters above sea level, Mauna Kea offers visitors a bunch of experiences from stargazing at its world-renowned observatories to hiking its scenic trails. I was picked up from the cruise terminal in Hilo at 8:30 AM by my tour guide, and we drove half an hour to our first spot, which was Rainbow Falls. Surrounded by a lush tropical rainforest, this stunning waterfall is famous for the rainbow formed from its misty mornings. Our second spot of the tour was the Center for International Astronomy, where we learned about the advanced telescopes on the sacred Mauna Kea volcano, as well as the rare plants that grow at altitudes above 1500 meters. We then continued our way up the summit of Mauna Kea, and the road was a little bumpy here, but the views above the clouds were seriously insane, and I don't think the camera can do this place justice. The volcano is nicknamed the White Mountain as it can sometimes be covered in snow, and on the day after this tour it ended up snowing up here, which is mind-blowing. Another must-see spot on the big island of Hawaii is the Volcanoes National Park. The Volcanoes National Park is a beautiful and unique park located on the island of Hawaii and is named after its two main attractions, the Kilauea and Mauna Loa volcanoes. We were picked up by our tour guide from Kona at 7:30 AM and we were taken to this small bake shop, which is the southernmost bakery in the United States. We then continued driving to our second spot, which was the Punalu'u Black Sand Beach, and the jet black sand here is made out of volcanic materials and lava fragments. This beach is also a popular spot to see green sea turtles basking on the sand, and these are the only sea turtles known to sunbathe, so it was so cool to see this in person. After a couple of hours driving, we finally made it to the Volcanoes National Park, and the landscape here was out of this world. First, we checked out the Kilauea Overlook, which offers this amazing view looking over the rim of the volcano, and there was plenty of smoke up here and information signs to read about its most recent eruptions. Our tour guide then showed us the hot water vapor rising out from one of the countless steam vents, and it was actually so hot so I couldn't get that close to the vent. Finally, we were dropped off at the Thurston Lava Tube, which was created by a river of molten lava, and the tunnel was surrounded by greenery, and this walk was really scenic. Coming in at number 2 on this list has to be the Awa'awapuhi Trail. Located on the west side of Kauai within the Koko Head State Park, the Awa'awapuhi Trail features incredible drop-offs and epic views down to the world-famous Napali coast. To get here from the cruise terminal, me and some new friends decided to rent a car and drive 1 hour northwest to the trailhead, which was an awesome idea. The Awa'awapuhi Trail is one of the more popular hikes in the Koko Head State Park, and because of this it has a large signposted car park, and we got here at 7:30 AM, so it was pretty foggy. After about 75 minutes walking, we made it to this famous viewpoint, which can get quite dangerous and steep if you venture down. Me and my mates decided to carefully climb down a bit to take in the view, and we were all blown away by the stunning cliffs around us. It was like something out of Jurassic Park. Kauai is the oldest island in Hawaii, and its cliffs have been shaped over thousands of years, and it's mind-blowing to see the Napali coast below. All up, the hike took us about 4 hours to complete, and afterwards we headed to the Koko Head Lodge for a delicious meal and drink and to take a few selfies with these chickens. Alright, so my final spot on this epic list of places to visit in Hawaii is the Waimea Canyon. Known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, Waimea Canyon stretches 23 kilometers long, 1.6 kilometers wide, and more than 1 kilometer deep. Located on the breathtaking island of Kauai, Waimea Canyon is a spectacular gorge that was formed by the catastrophic collapse of the volcano that created Kauai. Waimea, which translates to reddish waters, gets its name because when it rains, the red rock runs off into the water, turning it slightly red as it flows down and out of the canyon towards the sea. The Canyon Lookout is located just a short 5-minute walk from the car park and allows visitors to learn about the island's ecological diversity and witness a masterpiece of nature. From this viewpoint, you can look out into the heart of Kauai's interior and spot hidden gems like Waipo'o Falls, which is a 240 meter tall waterfall within the canyon. After spending some time snapping some photos and reflecting on life, me and my new friends hopped back in the car to drive to the cruise terminal and say goodbye to Kauai until next time. Alright, so that wraps up my top 10 places to visit in Hawaii. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and this inspires you to discover the beautiful scenery, culture and adventures waiting for you on the Hawaiian Islands. So if you are looking to book a trip to Hawaii in 2024 or beyond, I definitely recommend it as you will have just as much fun as I did. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please let me know down in the comments below if you have ever been to Hawaii before or if you have any travel questions, as I'm always happy to help. As always, take care, travel safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.